Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy, and welcome to Punched Out Thursday to Die For. Now, I am showing you the paper I'm using, the stamp set for my title. I'm going to use three 3x4 placement holders, and you could get them through Close to My Heart. They always put them in your workshop kit, or you could just purchase them in a package. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is mount my photos on black. I am using a really bright, beautiful paper for the background. Sometimes it's really hard for me to use a busy background, and other times it works out fine. In this case, I end up loving this layout. I have a frog in my throat this morning, and my coffee pot the water would not go through it. So I have no coffee for me, so I am still a little bit froggy. And I always do my voiceovers early in the morning before my husband wakes up. That way he's not in and out when I'm in the middle of trying to talk, through my layout. Alright, so also I cut strips. I got a little bit chilly in my room, so I had to put my sweater on. I pulled these border punches out of my stash, and I'm going to do each color a different punch. That way it has different texture paper on my layout. And I do believe I do cut that out. I do leave in some just to show you that, yes, I am using my punches. Now, off camera, I realized I needed a bigger piece of this purple, so I used the other part that I had cut. And that is going to go right across the middle. I know I'm covering a lot of this up, like the blues on the right side, but there's still some blues that show up top. If I could get this piece on straight, I don't know, I think maybe I might have cut it crooked, or I do that a lot. It's not the cutter, it's the user. Alright, so I went ahead. I'm just trying to figure out which color I want next and where I want them to lay. I have an orange, like it goes from ombre to darker orange, and then also with the yellow. And I'm just going to turn them like that. I do end up covering up the top portion on the right where the border punches are. I think I might add one more pink into it. Now, a couple weeks ago, I did a layout with my husband and my grandson Braxton, and I used my Close to My Heart star shaker die, and I used an alphabet die for my title. I cannot find where I put those. It's been almost 2 weeks, and I still haven't found them. I'm wondering if my husband came in here and moved them on me, or if it's just right in front of my face and I can't find it. So, yes, I've been looking and looking for those 2 dies I used on that layout, and I'm about to give up in my room. I mean, I have most of my stuff pretty organized that if I can't find it in here, then it obviously got moved. But I will keep you updated on my... I just can't figure out what happened to them. And I'm looking as I'm talking. I don't know. I'm just going to have to go through all of my paper drawers and just see if maybe they got slid in a drawer or something. So what do you think of the busy background? Do you like simpler backgrounds? I mean, this one's not too bad. Like, it's a bigger print, so I think that's why I'm okay with it. Now, the title, it will change when you see the close-ups at the end. I'm hoping that you will be able to see it in the close-ups. Now, I went ahead and stamped out and die cut the fun. Now, I also have times on another stamp block that I am going to just stamp right there on the pink. And I don't think I had enough ink on my stamp, but it didn't stamp really dark. So I took an ink pen and outlined the title. But you will see that later on. I just didn't want to forget to mention to you. Now these hearts I cut out with a card, close to my heart card die, and it's for a front of a card. And you can punch out all kinds of little size hearts out of it. So last week I used it on my layout, and this week I had a few hearts left, so I wanted to bring them in. Along with, I am using my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I am using some older flowers that I had in my stash. They are from Recollections. I like this little tab. It says Hanging Out. So I'm using some of those hearts that are from last week. I had them in a little cup on my desk. Now it's time to get a little bit of orange over in another embellishment cluster. I'm going to start with that flower that I layered, and then I added a button to it. And then I'm going to add the black leaves. Now, I cannot remember where. I know I got these off of maybe Cherry on Top, and I can't remember who makes them, the leaf dies. But there are all kinds of leaf dies out there if you just kind of Google or go to scrapbook.com and look at their dies. Alrighty, get that leaf put in there. Now this little piece says Weekend Fun, and the little banner underneath the orange flower says Social Hour. And I imagine when I was putting this together, I had photos in mind of when me and Becky get together, because we had cocktails. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of the yellow and orangey coral color hearts to that little cluster up there. Now I'm going to work on the left side. Well, I guess I'm going to type or stamp times. And you'll be able to see, like on camera, that it's just not really that dark. I do outline it with an ink pen, and hopefully you'll be able to see. But you can see it a lot better. I did stamp out times on white daisy cardstock, and then I outlined it in black cardstock to maybe lay it on top. I could always go back and add that to it, but you'll see it here in a little bit. Right now I'm just kind of playing with the cluster down here. This says a much needed break. See, that goes right along with me getting away and going to Becky's. And so I wanted to bring in some of this twine. It has purple and pink, and I thought it looked really cute down here with the little loop. But I'm going to try and staple it on my layout. I had no idea that the layout would turn out like this. I really thought it turned out really pretty. I just love these colors. I could scrapbook these colors and not get sick of them. I may have a hard time finding stuff to go with it, but it's just happy, bright colors. Alright, I'm going to outline another heart. And get it glued on up there. And then I have these little tiny hearts that I'm going to be adding to my layout, along with some, I'm trying to kind of match the orange with the orange, and then I add some green and then some lavender to the bottom. And in the Mini Kit Monday quote, now enamel dots, I use pretty paper, die cuts, I do splatters, so lots of lovely stuff that are in that poem. Now don't forget to go check out Becky's channel and Dolly's channel. Whoops, wrong one. This is for Punched Out Thursday. So go check out all my scrappy friends listed below. That's Ronnie, Dorothy, Sonia, Laura, and Scrappy Kathy, and see what they are doing. And if you want to go check out my Mini Kit Monday friends and my friends Dolly and Becky, you could do that too. I could leave the Mini Kit Monday gals down there since I was chatting with them. Alright, so close to my heart, ink. It's ink coloring, and I love the colors, so I am splattering some blue up by the blue, some orange by the orange, and then some purple down by the purple. And I love the colors of these paints. Alright, here it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I was a little chatty Kathy. But I will have close-ups below, or right here, and I'll have links below of everybody in the Punched Out Thursday. Don't forget, check out our Facebook group. Thank you so much.